Hey, what's up guys? Scrub in Japan back again, hanging out, answering your questions today. Let me turn around, look at the camera a little bit better. Yeah, I've been getting a lot of questions. Tons of questions. All I wanted to do was jump on here and answer some of them. So, first things first, man. Biggest question I'm getting. Why do people wear masks in Japan? These little boys can be used for many different reasons. I'm going to go over a few of them right here, right now. One of the main reasons is it's cold. It's cold outside. So, you take your mask, you go outside, it's cold. Boom, your face is nice and warm. Super easy, super nice. I love my mask. Another reason people do it is because pollution, maybe not so much in Japan, but I do know in other Asian countries, pollution can be kind of heavy. It's not too bad over here. More so over here, I think people do it because you got allergies. They're trying to make sure that other people don't get their germs if they are sick. And if they're not sick, it's so you don't catch other people's germs if they're not common courtesy enough to wear a mask. So, yeah, that's just a couple reasons. I can think of like famous people wear them to cover their identity, like maybe wear a hat over their eyes and cover their face. But it's more rare than anything. So for the most part, it's cold and you want to keep your face warm. Number two is to keep germs out. Super simple. No, they're not all ninjas. Stop being like that. It's just common courtesy to keep your germs to yourself. Other questions I get is Japan. Why are they so sexually oriented over here? And I think that comes from the difference in culture. What I mean by that is you can watch animes with all these girls with really big breasts and, all these different, very overtly sexual themes. Why is Japan like that? Well, I want to say it's because maybe a couple of things, but number one, sex is very open in Japan. It's very, if you walk down the street, you'll see, love hotels and pink salons and all these different sex organizations. It's a very open style thing here. And even if you go shopping and you go buy a bra or something, sometimes you'll see an image of a topless woman uncensored. It's very normal to see here thing. Whereas in America, it's not. It's very you're not allowed to see that. Don't show me that. Over here it's very open. And I think, not in a perverted way, but I like it that way because it's less violent here. There are more sexual crimes committed here, and I think that comes maybe from some of the sexual frustrations of seeing that from young ages. But, in America you can watch somebody get their head decapitated on TV, but God forbid somebody, shows a dick or a set of tits, you know what I'm saying? So, I think that it's very normal over here. People are very openly okay with sexuality type stuff, but at the same time, they're also very reserved whenever it comes to actually doing sexual stuff themselves. So, that's just one of the reasons that I can think of, maybe. If you have a different, viewpoint on that, let me know in the comments below. Other questions that I get is, why do the game stores here have all the retro games for so cheap? And the reason they do that is because, number one, there's an abundance of them here. If you go to a video game store here, and let's say you're looking for a game like, in America, Pokemon Stadium for the N64, that game could run you anywhere from $20 to $60 loose. You come to Japan, you can probably find it in the box for about $5 to $6. Why is that? Well, it's because, number one, a lot of people in Japan keep their boxes, and they treat their games very, very well most of the time. But this is actually where a lot of the carts are created. The cartridges are created in Japan. The boards are placed into the cartridges here. So there's an abundance. There's a lot of them. Whenever there's a lot, supply and demand takes effect, and you've got a lot more games here, and they're so easy to find. You know, the hardest game that I've had a trouble finding was probably like a Streets of Rage style game, but actually they call it Gunbakuru Nakaru ni for Streets of Rage 2 here. But yeah, like Mega Drive games or Genesis in the West, those games are kind of hard to find here, but not too terrible. But even then, they're not super expensive. It just kind of depends on the game. But games in America, like your Zeldas and your Smash Brothers and stuff that actually holds a lot of value over there, it's super cheap here. There's an abundance of them. If you live here and you can afford to play video games and you want to play video games, you could actually do it really, really cheap over here if you're into those style games. So that's another one. Another question that I get asked a lot is, what's the food like here? The food's good. Food is, I mean, it's food. How can you go wrong with food? I eat a lot of American style food still, you know, because I don't eat fish. A lot of people are like, "Oh man, sushi! You're gonna love sushi." I don't eat fish, so unfortunately, that's one thing that I miss. But yeah, just your normal. These are cheese Doritos. You know, I eat very American style food. I'll go out and I'll have some ramen, and like I did some shoyu ramen the other night. I also did curry udon the other night. I love noodles, but for the most part, I just like eating burgers. I like meat, hot dogs, super simple. You know, I'm 6,000 miles away from home, so one thing that I can enjoy here is some food like I did have back at home. Kind of eases the pain of a move. Yeah, it's been quite the journey so far. So one thing that I have noticed is the deodorant here is super small, and it's just a little roller ball. It smells really, really good here, but yeah, it's different. And as you guys can notice, I have cut all my hair off. It's pretty crazy that it's all gone. No more Midori no Gami no Gaikoko Jin. It's gonna be crazy. But as far as everything else goes, man, it's been a really good time. I'm still in the process of getting my visa and everything figured out. Hopefully everything will go a little smoother here in the next week or so. But as of right now, it's going good. Everything's good. I appreciate you guys still following the videos, staying here, getting the updates. You know, thank you guys for all the likes, shares, subscribes, comments, anything. If you guys have anything that you would like me to do a video on, please list it in the comments. If you have any other ideas of some of the topics that I've discussed today, please drop that in the comments. I'm definitely down to hear more, talk more, you know, and give me ideas for videos, man. Tell me stuff that you guys want to see, because without your suggestions, I'm just some guy walking around Japan with a camera that has nothing to talk about. So that's it, man. It's we're in week 2. Kind of just been hanging out. I'm gonna get ready and go check out some wrestling tonight, and then after that, who knows, man? I might go have me a beer, or I might go have me some food and come back home and go to sleep. We'll see what's gonna happen, but I really appreciate you guys. Thank you guys for checking out the channel. Thank you guys for coming in. Arigatou gozaimashita. Have a good day. I'll see you at the next video. Take it easy.